Thank you so much for being with us today, Mr. Collins.
You are so welcome.
You're an author. You have your own nonprofit.
Yes.
Tell us something about yourself.
D.L. Collins.
D.L. Collins. Who is D.L. Collins?
So it started, I would probably say, when I was younger. I remember my mom being a single parent. My father left, so she was struggling. I watched her live check to check, not know where, our next meal is gonna come from, all this. My grandfather was a huge influence in our life. He was the one that came and taught her, you gotta know how to save. You gotta know about credit.
Yes.
You gotta put these systems in place as a single parent, to survive. And I watched him, and he was a huge influence in our life. And I said, you know what, today, a lot of kids don't have that grandfather no more. That grandfather that sits you down and tell you, these things. So I said, you know what, I got to figure out a way to get this message over to these children. So I started a nonprofit organization.
And the name of
the
that?
Literacy for Youth Foundation,
okay,
which teach kids about financial literacy, credit, savings, entrepreneurship, how to start their own business, all the things that my grandfather taught my mom as a single parent. I'm teaching kids now to help the single parents out.
What ages are they?
We start at third grade.
Really?
And go all the way through college. All the way through college. And our college students are really getting it, because we're teaching them credit before they actually get out into the world. They need to know scoring, utilization, all that different kind of stuff. So I think, and it's funny we saying this because we had 14 college students graduated our program, 21 years old, all had over 740 credit score.
740 credit score.
At 21 years old, 21. And know how to manage it. So now they can manage it throughout. So that was our first class, and it was such a blessing to see that.
Now that's awesome, because usually they're in debt.
They're in debt.
With no 400, that's a high credit score.
Right.
And so that says a lot of progress.
Oh yeah.
And they want to learn.
They want to learn. Because they want to be able to, they want to mimic this lifestyle that they see in everybody have. They want to buy the houses and the cars. All right, so in order to do it, you got to have financial management. You got to have a system in place. And that's what we do. We teach them that system.
So do you have kids of your own?
Yes. I have two. I got a son that graduates college in May of this year.
Wow.
And daughter that graduates high school May of this year.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. See, 45?
45?
Almost 45 years old.
Don't look it.
Grown kid, black don't crack.
I like that. You're right. And so with this passion, it caused you to want to write.
Yes. Yeah, and I sat down and I tried to figure out, how can I get my message across to the masses?
Okay.
And God just gave me the vision. You put it in a book. And then not only can you cover your community, but you can cover the world, and through Amazon and through all these Kindle and all these other outlets, you can reach more kids. So that's why I decided to put it into a book. So, and the end game for me is a cartoon. Now you getting the people that don't read, that's still learning financial literacy. So that's the end game. I want to do a cartoon that teaches financial literacy.
That is awesome. Yeah. That is amazing. I think that's just a God-given vision.
Thank you.
Because who would think of that at this age, especially in our communities?
Oh, yeah.
We need that.
Mm-hmm. It's my calling. I know it is. So I got to be obedient.
I like that. You're
calling.
Obedient.
I got to.
And so how many children are in this program right now?
Okay, so the actual program that teaches financial literacy is probably between 80 to 90 kids registered right now. That's all we can actually manage with the volunteers that we have and all that. But the feeding program, so another thing we do, my nonprofit organization feed kids in low-income areas. We've partnered with Bright from the Start and to feed over 5,000 kids a day, breakfast, lunch, and snack in low-income areas. 5,000 a day, breakfast, lunch, and snack. And I mean, it's massive, but we get it done. And let me tell you what's going on out there. You got the parents are going to work, the kids are home mainly throughout the summer, so the kids are not eating nutritious meals. They eat microwave Hot Pockets and cereal and all that stuff. So our goal is, while the parents are working, let's give these kids nutritious meals where they get vegetables and and real fruit and substance, you know. So that's why we partnered with Bright from the start and said, while y'all working, we're gonna make sure your kids eat a nutritious meal, breakfast and lunch.
What would one meal consist of?
Well, like we do the baked chicken with green beans and rolls and fruit and milk. You know, it's sort of like on a cafeteria style for school, but we have grandma's cooking. We got the old.
So it tastes good.
Yes, yeah. They're a little heavy on the seasoning, you know. But I mean, you know, as long as we don't get a kid diabetes.
Yes. God bless you for that.
Yes. This is God's company. I'm just a manager, and that's what I'll tell anybody that.
That's a heart. That's a heart. And what made you want to do this foundation?
You know, I just watched so much struggle coming up. I mean, I was born in the projects, and we saw tons of struggle around us, and we didn't really see anybody trying to help. We didn't see people trying to pull the kids out and teach them. And I just always wanted to be different. I said I always want to figure out a way to help people that doesn't have the resources to get help. So it just came to me. I said I just got to do what I got to do. I got to help, you know, my community.
Have you always been such a servant? Because that's such a servant's heart.
You know, I have. I've always been like that, and you know, I was a little upset as you know, my mom, like I said, was a single parent. My dad left; he wasn't there, and it's like, and the sad part about it, he was always less than 10 miles away from us my entire life, and I may have seen him 10 times. So I was a little bitter, you know, like, wow, what did I do that was so bad to make my father not want to be in my life, and then my friends not have fathers in their life? So it's just like, it just sparked. I gotta help. I want to help kids so they don't go through the same thing, the same struggles that we went through as a kid. And it just hit me, and that's what I wanted to do.
And so you're a mentor of sorts to a lot of people.
A lot of kids depend on me.
With the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes God allows us to go through something.
Oh, yeah.
And so there was a nation, almost nations inside of you, because you're feeding over 5,000.
Yes.
It's
a movement.
It's a movement.
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been doing that?
Well, we've been doing the feeding part since 2014, but I've been teaching financial literacy since 2009. And you know what? And we want the parents to come and sit in with the kids. You know, like, I want them to learn too, because they weren't taught. So I always welcome parents, please come sit with your kid, even though they don't do it. You know, they come drop their kids off, they go to the nail salon, they go get their hair done. And it's so discouraging that they look at us as a babysitting service while we teaching their kids. And, you know, but we keep inviting them. We keep telling them maybe one or two will come. If we touch one, you know, who knows? It may water the seed to another parent, or she may refer another friend. So we're going to keep asking, but they gotta take the initiative and come.
Take the initiative.
It's a free class. All my classes are free.
Free?
We don't charge for anything. Nothing.
Wow.
Food, education class, we don't charge for anything.
How do you get your volunteers?
What we've been doing is we've been going to the colleges, getting volunteers from the colleges. We signed up with, I think it's Volunteer Match, is a website that actually send volunteers out. A lot of the probation officers send like community service people out to clean our buildings, and you know, like little stuff like when the kids are gone, they clean the building. They've been painting, doing painting projects. Making sure that the maintenance of the building is great. So, you know, God has blessed us with, you know, people that He put in our life that's been pretty good at helping us run without needing a lot of money.
Okay.
So,
tell me about the book, Sally Saver, and the Treasures in Time.
Yeah, and the Treasures in Time. So, we always have had friends in our life that just we have issues with. First of all, the freeloading friend.
Yes, okay? I know about that.
You got the freeloading friend. You got the friend that just spend the money before they even get it. Like the check come, 5 minutes later, everything's gone. So, and you got the friend that we're gonna spend your money and I'm gonna save my money. You know, so what I did was I've created characters around all these characteristics. And Sally Saver is that one friend that's bringing them all together, saying, no, soon as you get your check, don't go spend it. Save it and do this. No, don't try to spend nobody else's money. Save your money and buy what you want to buy. So she's that one friend that everybody look up to that teaches each friend financial, financial stability, basically. And that's where we came from. You got Billy Budget, you got Freddie Frugal, which is, he came up in a single household, like me. So he don't really have a whole lot. So his whole thing is, I'm just gonna put my money aside and use your money. So she's just trying to help everybody. We can all be successful. We can all manage money. We can all save. We can start businesses. We can do this. We just gotta work together, and we gotta have that financial mindset.
So what's the age of this book?
For the readers.
For the readers.
So the readers for this book start at 8 and go all the way to 18, because we want to cover the entire spectrum. So that's what we started.
Budgeting.
Budgeting, investing, savings, credit. I mean, all these elements of each book will cover a different element of finance. And we want to do 10 books total, which is going to be the series.
I can get this and learn more about
Savings.
budgeting. Savings.
That's the first book. The next book is credit. The third book is be investing. So the fourth book, budgeting. Okay. So each one is going to teach a different concept.
And it's on a level where we can comprehend.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm super excited. And one other thing, do you remember the Choose Your Own Adventure books when you was growing up?
Yes.
Okay, so this book is set up on that style. So what happens is, while the audience is reading the book, they come to a crossroad where they got to make a decision. Okay, do you blow the money and go and do this, and that, or do you save the money and invest and get something better in return? So each during the book, they have to make a decision. Blow the money, spend. So they got to make decisions throughout the entire book.
Okay.
So it stops and veers off.
And veers off.
So it's 6 possible endings to this depending on where your financial mindset is.
This is so good.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be right back with Mr. D.L. Collins telling us how to save money and budget. So welcome back. We're here with author, entrepreneur, has his own nonprofit, doing some great things, Mr. D.L. Collins.
Thank
you again so much for being here. I'm learning so much. You have such a big heart.
Thank you.
That
And
is
it's a blessing
unbelievable.
that you even gave me this platform to come and teach to your people. I really appreciate the opportunity, Dr. Travis. I really do.
We need it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
need this.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's amazing. But I know it's for children, for 8 to 18, but for adults who don't know anything,
Right.
I think this is a great start. Because when I didn't know how to read the Bible, I read the children's Bible.
That's right. That's right. So, and let me, matter of fact, while we talking about that, I also, it was such a big demand for adults to learn about financial literacy too. So I started a Facebook Live movement every Monday where I teach adults financial literacy. We teach adults how to start businesses, how to run business, manage businesses, how to balance checkbooks, how to savings, how credit. This free for adults every Monday night, and this is just something that I'm giving back to the adults as well, because they said, you teaching the kids, what about us? We need to know too. So I am doing that as well.
I am so impressed. You see, I put my cards down. I had them backwards. I was just like, let me just put it down, because I'm just impressed. And I think that what you have to say and what you have to offer, I think the whole community should get behind it, because we don't see a lot of this. People are taking, but they're not giving back.
Right.
And we really need our children to learn, and we need adults to learn. Because I pastor a church, and it's, my goodness, just with the credit scores and people that can't get homes and cars. So I'm going to highly recommend
I'll come out to your
it.
church, and I'll talk to your congregation as well.
Wow.
I'm always willing to help. And I mean, if we can get the word out, I'm willing to do that.
That is awesome.
I'm willing
yes,
to do
sir.
it for you.
We're going to do that.
Okay.
We're going to do that.
Definitely.
Yes. So how did you, being without a father, come to the concept and the realization of saving for yourself personally? How did you avoid that trap?
Honestly, I had to learn the hard way. When the real estate market crashed, I had to file bankruptcy. I almost lost my house, and it was so sad. I remember being in my house, not able to make a mortgage payment, and I remember people coming up outside taking pictures of my house, getting ready to put it on the market to sell. While I'm in my house,
My God.
I remember it was times where my gas was cut off. I was going to the gym just to take showers every day. I got in shape a little bit, but this is the reason I was going to. I mean, and there were just so many things when the market crashed that it just you know, I said when God get me out, not if, when God get me out of this situation, I'm gonna make sure that I put something in place to teach people so they never have to go through this, never. And that's what I did, and sure enough, He pulled me out, and He blessed me and opened up worlds of opportunities for me. And now I said, because you did that for me, let me help your kids, God. And that's where this came from.
Yes. I always say that I believe that sometimes our bottom is our foundation. And you find purpose at bottom.
I love it.
So all things truly do work together, right?
Exactly. Can I use that?
You can.
I might take that from you. I love it. Our bottom is our foundation. That is, you couldn't have said it no better. That is perfect. That is dead on it.
Because out of that came your foundation. Out of this came the book. Mm-hmm. So your purpose in the realization of your calling.
Right.
Because you could have been going in circles and 5,000 people would have been missing what you have to give.
Exactly.
This is awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And how did you get people behind you pushing this vision?
You know what? I found when it come to helping kids, people are really open. People are, I'll just get out here and talk and just say what my vision is and what I want to do, and people will jump on immediately. It's like, I just like people say when they see this book, oh my God, everybody that saw this book, and I say this book teach kids financial literacy, everybody say the exact same thing. Nobody taught us this. I wish this book was around when I was a child. And every time I hear that, which is every day, it's my confirmation that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And the more I talk, the more people jump on board and purchase the book and join the volunteers, and because they see the movement. So it's needed.
Wow.
It's
did you
very
expect it to do this?
I did not. I didn't. But like they say, our God don't move in small things.
Come on.
So I should expect it big, because that's what He do. But I was thinking, you know what? I write a book, I get out here, and it's great. I didn't expect Clayton County to call me, Henry County to call me, DeKalb County. We need you in our school system.
They called you.
They called me. I didn't reach out to them. They called me.
Wow.
We need this book in our school system. This book need to be teaching our kids. So I'm like, wow. And it's just been every week is something new. We got the festival coming up. That's another thing.
Tell us about the festival.
So we've decided that we want to put together a children's festival that actually teaching kids about making learning fun again, basically, is what we're trying to do. We're teaching kids to read again and the enjoyment of fun. So what we've done, this festival is going to be a 2-day festival. It's going to be set up. Now, when the kids come free to the community, they won't buy tickets to play games. We're going to have bouncy trucks, video game trucks, slingshots are going to be riding the kids around the park. And we're going to have so much fun. We got a water pad. It's going to be so much fun. But in order to get tickets to do the fun stuff, you got to do an educational workshop. But the educational workshop is going to be a game and fun too. Or you got to talk to a published author and get a stamp. You got to go over here and meet an entrepreneur and listen to his story and get a stamp. Or you got to go to a class that teaches you how to start a business and you get a stamp. And then you can take those stamps and do the fun stuff.
Wow.
So that's how we got it set up. You don't buy tickets. You have to actually participate. You have to learn something to get tickets.
How did you come up with that? That's brilliant.
You know what? I just be sitting at home and God just downloads stuff. It just comes to me. And I just have to move on it when it happens. And I got a great team, EPI Media. We sit down and we do strategy meetings and we all brainstorm. And I love it because, everybody want what's best for the community. So when we sit down and brainstorm, it's always on, okay, what can we do to help these kids? What can we do to teach these kids? What can we do to get this out there? It's not just D.L. Collins this and selling books and go out here and promote the book. It's not that. It's all the other things that we can do to help our community out.
You have to be somewhat a kid at heart.
I am. I love children too. You'll catch me in a bouncy house. I'm all over the place. Like when my kids go on field trips, I'm right there with them. I'm bowling with the little gutter things up because I'm not that great. So I'll sneak and let the little guards up.
With the gutters?
Yeah, you know the little guard
no.
thing? Yeah, I love bowling, but I'm not that great. So
okay.
Yeah, but I bowl with my kids. We went bowling last week. You know, we go to the movies, you know, everything. So I love it. Oh, speaking of movies, I don't know if they told you, we just signed a contract with AMC movie theaters.
No.
Yes, to have our commercial air on opening night of the Avengers, right before their opening credits. So that is such a blessing.
Your hand,
yes.
so
yeah, I am super excited about that. Super excited. So they said they estimate 120,000 people on opening night alone will see that commercial.
Is this all over?
All the AMC movie theaters. Yep, opening night. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Right, and then when we got word that we was getting that and we went and sat down and talked to them, they were so impressed on the book, they also offered us opening night for Lion King, Frozen 2, and Toy Story 4. So we're gonna have opening night for all of those because they're big kid movies, and they saying that that's gonna be a great platform for parents to see this commercial while they taking their kids to these movies.
Look at all these doors.
Yes.
That happen.
Yep.
From going to the bottom and reaching into purpose.
Yep.
Wow.
Reaching into purpose. That's another one I'm gonna take.
Reaching into purpose. That's good. Well, you have been an awesome. I'm so impressed. And it was such an honor to meet you today.
And it's the same here. And like I said, I got your congregation. I'm gonna make sure they're right where they need to be. I got them.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tell us how we can find you.
Okay, so you can get me on Sally Saver Series, which is SALLY Saver, SAVER Series, SERIES, on all platforms. That's on IG and that's on Facebook. We offer the Money Matters for the adults. They can actually come on live any Monday night, 7:30. The website it's on Facebook. Demetrius, that's DEMEITRICE Collins. You can follow me. It's actually public, so anybody can see it. Make sure you invite your friends, your family out. We teach investing. We teach how to start businesses. We teach credit. All that stuff is free for the community. Please come on, join me, and learn something. Make sure you bring a pen and pad. And another thing, bring your kids and let your kids sit down with you while you're learning this stuff, because you can learn with your kids about investing or with your kids about credit while y'all sit down. Let this be family night. Family night Monday, 7:30, learning money management. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate your support as well.
And if there's anything that Straight Up No Chaser can do to help you, we've got you.
Okay,
Mr. Collins.
okay. And I would love for you guys to come to the festival. The festival is September the 21st and the 22nd at the Exchange Recreation Center in Decatur, DeKalb County.
We'll put it on our calendar.
Oh, I would love for you guys to come out.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Straight Up No Chaser this week. Your host, Dr. Rhonda Travitt, and my awesome guest, Mr. D.L. Collins. We'll see you next week. Peace.